Hi, I'm Spring Benson. I'm so excited to be here with you today because today I'm going to talk to you about the truth about running your business with inside eXp. What I'm excited about is most people will not take the time to sit down and actually understand the structure and the model. So for that, I want to honor you for being here. This video is straight up facts. It's not my opinion. It is also not a hype video. I'm going to give you straight up clarity, and I'm not trying to recruit you. I'm here so you can make some educated decisions, whether you are looking at other models, whether you're at brokerages, whether even just at eXp, and you're like, I really want to understand this a little bit more. This video is for you. So today, let's talk about what I'm going to cover. I'm going to talk to you about the caps, the splits, real estate in general, the real costs, how eXp is structured in general from top to bottom, solo agents versus teams, the team owner reality, the difference between the two, the tech and the CRM freedom, and then the myth versus the truth. There's a lot of those. And then who the model is for and who it's not for. So let's talk about it. Who is this model for? The model at eXp is built for solo agents who really want to grow and scale inside of their market and really take off as their own brand, their own business. It's for team leaders like myself. This model is great for being able to scale operations with custom structures. Every team at eXp runs completely different within the eXp ecosystem. And then it's also for growth-minded operators, people who really, really want to grow. This model is for you because there are no parameters on how far you want to go. The company is in several different countries. Like, you can take your business however far that you want it to be. So before we dive in, I want to talk to you a little bit about who I am, and so you know who you're listening to today. So why my perspective matters. I'm Spring Benson. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. I run a large real estate team. I have over 20 years of experience in real estate. So I've been at several different brokerage models. I've built my team with inside eXp. I own multiple businesses in the real estate space that have scaled. I have experience with every model, so I understand them clearly. And I'm really focused on leadership, long-term growth, and scaling throughout the nation. And so eXp is the platform for me, and I'm going to walk you through how it can be the platform for you. So let's talk about the real problem though. The real problem in real estate, most realtors truthfully just don't understand the model. They don't understand their environment, what they're signing up for. They don't understand what other options are out there. What I see a lot of times is agents will pick the brokerage that their friends are at without doing research about what's really out there and what the value proposition is at each brokerage. The reality is brokerages are businesses too. They have to monetize. And so they all monetize differently. eXp winning the first cloud-based brokerage, and one with a cap and fee structure has made it very affordable for you to run your own business within eXp, where a lot of the other brick and mortar businesses charge a lot more because they have a lot of overhead and a lot of staff that they have to pay for. And then the structure shapes the outcomes. And what I mean by that is it shapes the behavior of the agent. A lot of times, like I said, agents don't know what else is out there. And so they're paying a lot of fees, a lot of desk fees. They're paying for brokers, they're paying for marketing, things that if they actually did the math, that they could probably be at eXp or other models and save a lot of money. And so this really, again, is about most people are asking the wrong questions instead of getting really educated about like, what is it that this really brokerage really provides me? They're going oftentimes like where their friends are at, or they're going off of hearsay. So let's talk about what's the wrong question and what's the right question. So the wrong question is eXp good or bad? I don't know about you, but I have heard enough because eXp is so loud and proud. Our agents are once you understand how it works, they're so excited that people really either form an opinion or they don't go and get educated to make their own opinion. So the question you need to be not asking is eXp good or bad? It really should be, does this model fit how I want to grow? And that's the question you should be asking in general. Does this model fit how I want to grow? Is it the right environment for me? And that's what really makes sense. Is it the right fit for what matters for you, for your brand, for where you want to go? And so let's actually start talking about that. How does the model actually work? eXp is a cloud-based brokerage. And what that means is being a cloud-based brokerage is there are no brick and mortar offices. It is one company, an international company that has 2,300 employees at this time that are all across the US that are virtual, helping you in your business. The really cool thing about it being cloud-based is you would think, oh, cloud-based, the customer service, or I can't get a hold of anybody. It is exactly opposite. There is so much collaboration and communication that you actually, because there is 2,300 employees, you can get a response pretty much immediately. You can click on the back end of eXp and talk to a live human at any point, whereas in a traditional brick and mortar, you're at the mercy of who's in the office, can you get a hold of them? The platform is not brand first. So the thing that I love about it is eXp, I like to look at it as like the backbone of your business, of how you can run your business with them handling legal, transaction management, getting paid, all of those things and the tech, but you are the brand. You are the business. It puts you front and forward of everything that you do. So you can build autonomy. You can go independent as agents and operators. For example, my company is called Utah Life Real Estate Group, and then it's brokered by eXp Realty. Again, I don't have it loud and proud that it's eXp. I have it loud and proud, my brand, my name in the local market with eXp being a part of it. So the foundation is really about you. It's really about you having autonomy. It's really about you getting clear that you're building on top of eXp, not the other way. Okay. So let's talk about how the commissions are structured. So we're at an 80-20 split. That 80-20 split is a standard for every agent across the country. There are no variables or differences based off of who you are or relationship. It is straight up. It is what it is. It's an 80-20 split. It has a $16,000 cap. So once you pay $16,000 to the company of your 80-20, so 80-20, 20%, once that hits $16,000, you go to 100% commission after that with the transaction fee. So it's a $16,000 cap, 80-20, a $16,000 cap, and then you get to 100% commission after the cap. But the split alone is not going to tell the full story because there is a few other fees and overheads that you will be paying. So there's an $85 monthly cloud fee. This $85 monthly cloud fee covers platform access, infrastructure, your tech fees. That $85 covers like a Canva Pro account. It covers a CSU account. It covers a CRM tech fee. It covers the whole back end of eXp University and the dashboards, and everything is in that $85. It's also a post-capping transaction fee of $250. So once you've capped, you're going to pay $250 per file because there is still an expense to be processing your files, brokers, all of that is $250. And then once you hit $5,000 of post-capping transaction fees, then you're going to go to hit what's called an icon agent. And an icon agent is where you get back what your fee, your splits were, that $16,000. You have an option to get it back in stocks with different ways that you can do that, and I'll cover it later. But you'll pay an $85 transaction fee, an $85 monthly fee, and then $250 post-capping transaction fee. There are no desk fees, and there's no franchise royalty or beyond capping. So some brokerages charge a royalty fee that doesn't exist. Some places obviously have a desk fee that doesn't exist. So what you're paying for in those fees is a brokerage oversight. So personal supervision and guidance. Like I said, there's brokers, there's 2,300 employees to help you. There's coaching, there's all kinds of that. You're going to be paying for compliance and transaction review, so legal protection and quality control, the training ecosystem like we talked about, and then the support. So all of that is covered in your $85 a month. What you're not paying for is a forced CRM. There isn't a CRM that you have to use that's in your tech fee. You get to choose your own CRM or technology. You're not paying for forced marketing. You get to build your own brand strategically. So whatever it is you want to build, you get to do that. And then you're not paying for forced systems. You get to create your own processes of what works well for your business. I don't know about you, but I've been at brokerages that have had the tech that were included in the fees, and I never used it. And I'm like, why am I paying for this. Like this brokerage model allows, the fees are so inexpensive that you are now paying, that you're just paying for the oversight, the legal, and some of the benefits, but you get to go create your own brand, your own tech, your own things that you want to dive into, or you can use theirs as well. They have that, but the fees are not making you have to cover all of that. So let's talk about solo agent reality. You get full autonomy. Pretty freaking rad, right? Full autonomy. You get complete control over your business, your personal branding. You get to build your own identity from day one. If you choose, you want to use, like I said, they cover a Canva Pro account if you want to go in there and create it, stuff in there. And it does have it to where you can custom brand it, but you get to use your own personal branding. And then you have high ownership. As long as you're in compliance, as long as you're legal, as long as you're ethical, you do you. You get to go create the business that you want to do, that works well for you in your world and your ecosystem. So who thrives as a solo agent? Self-starters, people who are like, yeah, I want the platform to go grow, but they're not needing somebody to be in the office looking over them. Operators, system-focused business builders like myself. I'm like, I love the autonomy that is created. I can go in and be like, yep, I'm going to use this software. I'm going to do this. I'm going to, again, run my business how I want. They don't care how you're doing it. They just, again, as long as you're ethical, legal, you're in compliance, you do you. Go grow your business, whatever works for you. And then again, the growth-minded agents, that's a big component of like, if you want to grow outside of Utah, or outside of Utah, I'm talking to myself, if you want to grow outside of your market, or if you were like, hey, I want to participate in revenue share, whatever that is, this is for people who really, 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 really want to grow. Let's talk about the team leaders, like me. There's a massive advantage for being a team leader in this type of model. And it's because the team leader gets to have the autonomy to run their business however they want. And so you can build under your own brand. So for example, I am the Utah Life Real Estate Group. You can brand however you want. You get to customize your team splits. eXp does not have criterias of how you do your splits. They do have criteria if you are going to go for the $4,000 cap or the $8,000 cap on your team. So when you have a team, your agents on the team will pay a half cap, an $8,000 cap. For them to qualify for that $8,000 cap, for eXp to take half, you have to take a combined average of 25% as the team owner from commissions for that to qualify. So for them to get that $8,000, you have to be making up the difference of what you're collecting. The reason they give a discount is because the team owner is taking on more of the training, more of the overhead, and so they're reducing the cap. You can get a quarter cap for $4,000 if you are a mega team that the criteria is there for you to qualify for that. The beautiful thing too is you get to choose your own tech. So you can choose your own technology. Again, you can choose whatever platforms, from Follow Up Boss to Sisu to Brivity to Lofty, whatever it is you're wanting to use. And then there's no franchise fees on top of the GCI. So again, it saves you massive amount of money if you're a team owner looking at how can I grow and scale with minimum costs. eXp has probably the lowest cost for a team to actually be able to produce with inside of it. So let's also talk about scaling without friction. So the beautiful part for a team or a solo agent is there are no physical office requirements. So again, eXp recognized, hey, a lot of these brokerages are sitting empty. Why go pay for brick and mortar and have all these fees and these costs associated? Why don't we just go that there's no physical offices? Now there are some throughout the US that people like myself own, or there's cultural centers, but eXp Corporate does not own any physical offices. And so it makes it easier for multi-state expansion. The multi-state expansion is, again, there's one cap for the entire nation. So like myself, if I want to go open a team in another state, let's say I want to go to Arizona, that same cap and structure will go throughout the United States. They're not paying multiple offices, their caps and their transaction fees. There's just one. And there's also no annual renegotiation. So like you're not renegotiating anything. You're straight up, you know exactly what your business is going to be year in, year out, how it's structured. And it makes it super affordable for you to go in and scale. The CRM and tech fees. You can get multiple that are optional. They're available, but not required. So there's Bold Trail, which is KV Core. There's Lofty. There's Close. You can bring your own CRM, whatever works for you, and then you get to build your long-term system. So you get to invest in tools that you own. For example, my team actually has, when we transitioned to eXp, we didn't change our technology because we were already set up of the technology we used. I brought in my own systems, my own email, my own everything, which made sense because we were already on those platforms. This really gives you the option to have a lot of autonomy in everything that you do. And same with you as a solo agent. If you want to have your own CRM, your own platforms, you can do all of that within the eXp system, where other brokerages require you to use their CRM, their systems. So let's talk about corporate brand versus the cloud model. Brand recognition versus visibility, flexibility, and structure versus autonomy, and safety versus scalability. So what I mean by that is the corporate brand versus the cloud model. The corporate brands such as Coldwell Banker, Remax, Century 21, Sotheby's, a lot of the older Berkshire Hathaway, all of them make you brand them and that you're an agent within their platform, like their signs, their marketing, all of that, which is great if that's what you want to do. This model is saying, hey, we got rid of this corporate branding. We don't believe that the agent is hired because of the brand. We believe the agent is hired because of you. Think about it. Your SOI is hiring because of you, not because you work for Sotheby's or Berkshire or Remax or wherever you work. They are hiring for you. And so this one is really all about you branding yourself and having flexibility, you creating your own structure and autonomy, you being able to scale your own brand without having to have any friction in the mix of it. And so I think this is what a lot of people have a misconception about, because it really leads to you being able to build you instead of a company brand. So let's talk about the common myths. You're on your own. No, you're not. This model is built because of revenue share, that you are not on your own. Today, I'm covering what it's like to build your business. I'm not talking to you really about revenue share. That's a whole nother topic. If you want to explore revenue share, reach out to me, or I'll probably actually film another video. But you're not on your own. Because the way that revenue share is built, we all get paid when everybody sells their homes. If they're in your organization, like if you were in my organization and you sold a home, I'm going to make money. eXp is going to pay me a portion of that 20% you paid them for me helping you grow your business. So you are never on your own. In fact, it's probably one of the most collaborative workspaces in ever. I like to say it like this. At least you're not just waiting for your broker behind the desk to help you. You have top agents across the entire nation pouring into you to help you grow your business. The other myth is it's all about rev share. No, it's not. Did you know, fun fact, that 14% of people participate in rev share? That's it. 14%. The other 86% of the agents in the company are here. Well, all of us are here for production. We don't make money if we don't sell houses. So we're all here for production, but 14% are people that participate in rev share. The other 86 don't even have a part of rev share. So this company of over 80,000 agents is not all about rev share. Now, once you understand revenue share, it's hard to not see it. And so there's been some of us that have been loud and proud about it. And I'm probably one of them because it's life-changing, but this company is not all about rev share. And then the third myth is there's no culture. Farthest thing from the freaking truth. I have never had more collaboration, more events, more masterminds, more community than I've ever seen at this company. So a lot of times I think because people think there's no brick and mortar and there's not somebody to go walk into, that you don't have a collaboration. Well, things have changed. Everything's online today. In fact, fun fact, I'm filming this on a day that I actually was on a webinar live with Glenn Sanford, the CEO, and Brent Gove, who's one of the OGs. We talked about where the vision for the company is going this year. Talk about collaboration. There were thousands of agents on that call, just having a great time, chiming in, talking about how excited they are for the growth. So it really is such a beautiful model. The truth of this is support exists. There's resources, there's training, there's community available when needed. There's the back end of eXp has so much training, so many resources. It's almost overwhelming. When I joined the company, I was like, Leo, who's the CEO, I'm like, Leo, what is up with nobody understanding like how much you actually have to offer? I had no clue what you guys actually offered. He said, yes, when we have so much, it's hard to articulate. The other myth or truth is that rev share is optional. I talked about this. You don't have to participate. There's a lot of people who do not participate in rev share. It is 100% not, it's a choice, it is not a requirement. And then culture is truly proximity based. I have agents across the country that I'm working with every day, collabing with from all across the US, Canada, Mexico. I have an agent in Mexico, and it's just so fun. So again, I think sometimes this model gets a rap because if you don't know, you don't take the time to sit down and do your homework and understand it, then I could see why people are like, oh, it's not the traditional model, but it is the model of the future. But here's the truth, is you do have some real trade-offs. There's no hand-holding. So it isn't like walk into your office and go to the girl at the front and say, hey, I need this. That's not going to happen. Like, you do have help and you have resources, but you are going to have to be resourceful. But there's no ceiling. You have unlimited potential, like unlimited. And then you have ownership. The ownership is required. You have full responsibility if your business grows or not. And that's the truth anywhere though. But the other thing that's really cool is you have full ownership, that you have opportunity to buy stock. We are publicly traded, so you can have a stock in the company. I personally do. So it's like when the company grows, I grow, the stock grows, all of those things. So I want to ask you, like, what is a better question you should be asking yourself? And the better question you should be asking yourself is, what stage am I in? What stage am I in currently in my business? And what stage should I be looking at? Assess what your current position is, assess like where you're at, assess what it is that you want to do in your business. A better question also is, what leverage do I need? What leverage do you need to grow? Like, for example, for me, the leverage that I'm needing right now is leverage on my back-end operations. So what leverage is it that you need to grow your business? And then what is the model that supports you? So what is the structure in the model that you actually need in order to do that? And the reality is eXp and myself, we have all the resources to help you with that. Regardless of what stage you're at, if you're a brand new agent, they put you with a mentor so you can get into production. If you are a solo agent wanting to go to the next level, there's solo agent masterminds across the country. Same thing if you're a top producer, the masterminds that exist within this company are insane. The weekly calls, as well as the live events. There is no gatekeeping of how you can scale and run your business within eXp. It's probably one of the number one things I love about it is the platform allows for you to have collaboration, to really grow, and to be able to work and collaborate with other top producers to see exactly how they're doing it. The really cool thing is you're on your own path. You get to make better decisions. You now know exactly how it works. You get to do it with less noise. This was something that you got to do in the privacy of your own home, do your own research without having to go through the pitch. And you also get the opportunity for more ownership in your business. If you were looking at it saying, I really want to grow and scale and have autonomy and just have resources like AI and tech tools and training, I know I can do it, I'm a self-starter, then this model is probably for you. So again, link is below, and I look forward to working with you somehow, some way, whether you're coming to one of my events, whether you end up in my organization, or we're just friends on YouTube and Instagram. Follow me along, and I look forward to getting to know you a little bit better.